iconic scenes where improvisers are given a famous scene from a Hollywood movie, but they don't know it. Today, Moonlight.
Oh, it's don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed.
Oh.
That happens to the best of us, man.
Smooth. Here. Let me just pass it. There you go. Oh. See, I told you. Super smooth.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Listen, I got something to say. Maybe it's just the drugs taking hold, or Mercury being in retrograde. But I feel super comfortable and open right now.
Oh no!
And no, just let it happen. Sorry, that's bad phrasing. I just need to talk. Listen, Becky, I think you and I have a real connection that goes beyond the weed and the beach. Like, what's the best way to put this? You know how okay, so I have like a 3.9 GPA. You are the 3.9 GPA of people. Yeah. You feel me?
I don't feel anything. I think my mercury is in Gatorade.
Yeah. See, that's where it's gonna. Oh, dude, come on, you gotta pass that back. Just a little bit. Yeah, let me just.
Blake, I got something I want to say to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I want you to know I mean this from the bottom, all the way to the bottom. You are like a 3.9 GPA. Man.
Yeah.
But of people.
Welcome to the planet Humania. Today's exhibit shows you the human ocean, pictured here. The human ocean is a vast and hostile landscape with wind that constantly attacks you and affects your sound quality. Please enjoy this tour of the human ocean. B.B. Geflarkin here at the human ocean. The human ocean was the most important of all of the landscapes because this is where the humans lived back when they were alive, because they are not alive now.
Once upon a time, you would see schools of sharks, forkfish, and knifey boys swimming to and fro. But through the human being's overindulgence, we find now there are only a scant few spork squid left.
What this represents to them is the 4 layers of the earth. There are 5 here because this is them, what they used to be. It is easily knocked off just like they were. They're dead now, and the rest of this represents the layers of the earth.
Here at the human ocean, we see the great monolith, which taught all the humans how to speak with their tongues. This monolith was very important in human culture, which is why it still stands. Why is it so small? I don't know.
Now, not all was peace and tranquility on Humania. As we know, many of the flora rose up in what was called the Rock and Roll Wars, as the rocks attempted to roll into the ocean, filling it up. We found some of the rock traitors and ne'er-do-wells, the rabble-rousers, if you will, had to be restrained behind these firm electrified fences, as they were called on Humania.
We're just trying to figure out what this individual marker means. We believe that this was an indicator of a children's playground that was located on this site. The children like to spin round and round and round and round, thereby vomiting. They also like to jump off the top, and other children would swim toward them. We don't know.
Humans were well known to communicate mainly through posting of metal signs for other humans to interpret. Here is an example of one that we have yet to discover its meaning. What exactly is a move bait? Why or why should you do or don't? So what are some disadvantages that you have seen that the humans have compared to us?
I find that in an environment like this, they would probably have a very difficult time line drying their linens.
As you can see, for this Human Museum exhibit, this is a real-life human tomb. I know what you're thinking. Where's the body? It's not for us to know. It's just for us to know that this is replica / real-life human tomb. This is what they did. They just piled on a bunch of this, as they call it, wood and metal, and it represented the life of the person who was buried here. Apparently this person enjoyed soda pop and scrap metal.
BB Geflurkin here at the lifeblood of the planet Humania, the ocean of Earth. Now, unlike the waters of liquidized ammonia that we experience on our world, it's very different here. Take a look. Highly poisonous substance. This actually is made of 2 hydrogen atoms combined with 1 oxygen to create a very poisonous substance that if I were to get even a small part onto my mucous membranes, I would die instantly. So me doing this experiment for you is highly, highly dangerous and should result in more funding for our studies to continue here in coming years. Stay away from the human ocean.
As you can see, I am decked out in the traditional garb of safety that would allow me to safely descend into the ocean. I won't do it, as our liability insurance would not cover such dangerous activity. But rest assured that if I took just 2 steps backwards, I would be able to safely engage with this vast, vast oceanscape, discovering what truly it was to be a human being. But I won't. Insurance.
Sadly, all that is left behind of the humans are memories, and this, their written language. What do these words and figures mean? We have no way of knowing. To our alien eyes, this looks like Kingston. What was Kingston? Was it a person, a place, or a trio? What else was... Are you drawing our alien genitalia on the human ocean? Well, it is almost time to wrap up our stay here on the bank of Earth's ocean. What have we learned in our stay here?
The salad bar was nice.
The salad bar was really nice.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us on this excursion to wonderful planet Humania. We are heading back to our mobile hotel / rocket ship, and we'll be heading back to you with footage and artifacts soon for display in the Human Museum.
I call dibs on the sulfuric shower. I need to get this insipid beach out of my toes.
The stink of the human ocean is something to behold.
Gives me flashbacks to the war.
They died have to hurry.
It's getting closer. I'm out of here, Geflocken.
That sound is the catastrophe harbinger. We must flee. So until next time. Oh. So until I wanted to blow over it.
What is this? What is this? Josh's laptop on his lap?
And the beastly horde approached the castle gates as a ruinous multitude of malice. But the king was prepared, for the blue wizard had warned him. There will be danger, and there will...
Rutherford, I'm afraid that Daddy has died.
Daddy? Or is he the old one with the beard? That Daddy?
Yes, Father. You know, His Royal Highness.
Right. Don't tell
king.
me. The king, thank you, the king. He was our dad, our biological father, yeah?
Rutherford, why the fuck do you think we're living in a castle?
Well, the only thing is, everybody tells me, Rutherford, you're a prince. You and Hayes are the princes of the castle. But the thing is, I've never seen the king for more than a quick passing, so I wasn't completely sure. But now you say king, father, right. No, it's coming back to me. We're good.
He's extremely busy running an empire.
Well, it's not an empire, it's a monarchy. Let's be specific. He's not the emperor, is he?
No, but he's expanded our land holdings quite a lot.
Right, but we're not exactly, toggling the old switch from castle to giant emperor fortress yet.
No, it's the 21st century, Rutherford. It's not like we're going to go conquering.
Right. No, I know that. Look, do you think I'm stupid?
Of course, no, not.
Well, you hesitated there. You stumbled on your words a little bit. Do you think I'm stupid?
Well,
Because I don't
no,
know right offhand who Dad is or what a king is.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is you're quite intelligent in some areas, but then in other areas, it's as if someone's hit you in the head and part of your brain has fallen out.
Well, I'm a goddamn complex person, Hayes.
No, you are complex.
I can tell
one is
you-
disputing that.
I could tell you about any single government system and explain the intricacies. But when it comes to identifying members of my family, I'm bad. It's just not my forte.
See, that's the part that I find to be so vexing, is when I walk in and you don't even recognize me unless I'm wearing my name tag that says, Hayes, your identical twin brother.
Right. And thank you for wearing it today, because you walked in as like, that is I want to say butler, not butler. I can't say maid anymore. Butler, I think. But then I realized, oh no, that's my brother.
We're identical is what makes it even more vexing, is you would think you would recognize your own face on another person.
I wouldn't assume so. I mean, there's plenty of mirrors around the room. I could have just been looking in one of those, right?
But then you're like, oh no, that mirror is wearing a name tag that says Hayes.
Exactly, all right. And that's when I put two and two together. Brother, biological, identical twins. Got it.
See, there's a part of your brain somewhere that has not been developed.
Oh shit, did you say Dad's dead?
I'm glad that other shoe is dropping right now.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was so busy trying to figure out which one Dad was. The king, thank you. I forgot. That makes one of us the new king, doesn't it?
That makes one of us the new king.
Oh, shit. Do you have an inkling on which way they're leaning with that decision?
So far, They're saying it's the one who was born first.
Oh, God. I really wish I knew which one that was, because then I would have a very strong reaction to the news.
Well, since we were born on board a sea vessel, records were not kept. No one knows which one of us is older.
What about the midwife who was on the vessel? Sally something.
Sally was killed by a kraken almost 10 years ago.
What? A kraken? That's extreme.
She was at elevated risk for kraken death because of the extended amount of time she spends as a midwife aboard seafaring vessels.
That's right. It was always handy that we had a midwife specifically for sea vessel births, but what a sad end for old Sally. I don't think anybody told me. Maybe they did, and I forgot. That happens all the time, literally every single day.
Oh, we were like, oh, Sally was killed by a kraken, and you thought, oh, which one is Sally? Is she's the one with a tail and fleas and covered in fur?
No. Don't do that, because I remembered the name, didn't I? I remember the name of the midwife who delivered us. That's better than I usually do.
That is true. I will give you some credit for that.
All right. What about I think his name was Herbert, the old bookkeeper? He would have gotten the records in the first place when we were born. He's around here somewhere, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Herbert is still around. Unfortunately, he is senile as all outdoors.
All right. Well, it's our only lead, isn't it? We're not going to know who's king unless, we get Herbert to cough something informational up, or one of us dies somehow.
One of us is not going to die. Let's cross that one right off the list.
Well, I'm saying if we can't get anything out of Herbert, it's the only way they decide a new king is one of us has to die, right? I mean,
I'm sure there is a way. The monarchy has been around for millennia. There is a way to choose.
All right, because I would hate to have to challenge you to a duel to the death.
It would be unfair. I'd simply take off my name tag and then kill you when you thought you were looking in a mirror.
Herbert? Old Herbert?
The walls are calling me name!
No, it's me. It's Prince Rutherford.
Prince Rutherford! Oh, I haven't heard that since I was a boy. Prime Minister of Botswana, you are?
Oh, no, that's slightly inaccurate, Herbert. You've got your facts a little mixed up, and
Oh, I'm sorry. Prince Rutherford, Editor-in-Chief of Food and Wine magazine.
I am, yes, that's right. More importantly, I am the prince of this castle, but thank you for acknowledging my journalistic career. It's really remarkable what I've been able to achieve.
I'm very excited to share with you my new and improved recipe for flan.
Well, Herbert, I will get that in the front page of Food and Wine magazine. If you don't mind, though, remind me, just one condition. I was born first on that sailing vessel back in the day, right? Me and my brother, Hayes. I was the one born first.
Oh, born first. As I recall, it was Prince Adam of Eternia who was born first. That is why he became He-Man.
Right, but in the real world, outside of fictional IPs, it was probably me, right? But just between me, my brother, and I mean, Princess B, she's not really in the running because she's a lady, and, I know it's the 21st century, but are we really making ladies into kings now? Because, there's nothing wrong with that.
I once courted a lady king. I thought to myself, one day perhaps you will be queen. But alas, it did not come to be because she exploded during childbirth.
Did that really happen? Because it's fascinating.
That's how you and your brother were born. The vessel we were aboard was attacked by pirates, and your mother, the king, was struck by a cannonball and exploded, leaving nothing behind but you and your brother.
But if what you're saying is true, then Mom died in childbirth by cannonball. But
Gruesome business, that.
You know, Herbert, they peg you as being some crazy old bat, but you know, you actually are pretty coherent. It's just that some of your stories are a little bit fanciful, so I'm trying to separate fact from fiction a little bit. So that's where I'm at with it all.
That's what happens when you make a habit of eating toadstools.
So Herbert, maybe we could just make a little deal, just because. So I'm sure you heard, but Dad, the king, he's dead. I'm the prince. I'm, in line for the throne, provided that I was born first. So could you just mind telling the just telling Dad's assistants that it's me who's gonna.
Anything for the Prime Minister of Botswana. I'm so glad you've returned. I've just been being fitted for my royal robes.
Wait. What about me?
You are my exact shape and size. So
Oh, right.
matter what is decided, the robes will fit the next monarch.
Okay, well, it's just wording is important here because you said I'm getting fitted for my royal robes and you're not necessarily king yet, right? Because there is me, and I actually just talked to Herbert. I was born first, so I am actually going to be king. But thank you for trying on my robes.
Oh, thank the Lord that you're going to be king.
What? You didn't want it?
No. I didn't want to have to go through the royal hazing.
The royal hazing? Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this where you have to lay down and all the horses in the courtyard stomp on your junk?
Oh, yes, that's part one.
Oh, shit. What have I done?
It's a small price to pay for being the ruler of our entire empire.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't know if I want it anymore, and I'm going to be honest, I lied. Herbert didn't say anything even remotely coherent.
Look, Rutherford, I don't want to be king any more than you do. If it is thrust upon me, I will accept the mantle, but
I'm
I
sorry.
shall not take it willingly.
Listen, if neither one of us want this, you could make a case that Princess B should be the Lady King and not one of us. I mean, she's technically a little bit younger, but nobody keeps records of women. I don't want to be king. You don't want to be king, so let's make her Lady King.
We'll just bypass the entire monarchical hierarchy.
Better yet, what better time than this to throw away this old system and make this a capitalist democracy?
I've heard good things about capitalism if you're already rich.
And we're stupid rich, brother. I think this could be the ticket. We make Princess B the CEO of the castle. We're just shareholders. We get richer, no direct responsibility. We're all good. She has to endure the royal hazing. She has to lead.
I like the way you're thinking. I'm so sorry I've been giving you a hard time, selling you part of your brain is underdeveloped and whatnot. Clearly, you've got a brain for this.
See, I'm fit as a fiddle. Now, just tell me, which one was Princess B again? I've seen some women around. I'm pretty sure I've narrowed it down to like 5 or 6 that are probably her.
We're gonna get her a name tag.
Perfect. I guess time for our first official board meeting. Thank you again for nominating me as CEO. I'm happy that you didn't make me a lady king because I find it incredibly misogynistic. So some big news to start us out. I have sold the castle to Amazon, the American company.
But this castle is where we live and plant our various crops.
Yes, well, now it's going to turn into an Amazon warehouse where they are going to ship goods to this country where they previously have not been able to ship. The thing is, when we made you CEO, the whole idea was that we could just kind of sit pretty and get richer, and then you'd have to do everything. We didn't think you'd go rogue and make all these crazy decisions. And I'm sort of regretting the capitalist democracy. I don't know if I like it anymore.
If you sell the castle, then where will the peasants look to for inspiration?
I got them all jobs. They're all actually going to be shipping specialists. So they're taken care of. Actually, the bad news is sort of for you guys because you weren't included in the buyouts. You're not actually profiting from this. Your shares in the castle are all null and void, and you're homeless. You gotta get out.
But we're on the board of directors.
Yeah, but actually, there was only room for 2 spots on the new board of directors for Amazon. So it's me and Herbert who took the spots. You guys are out.
One time I was an Amazon.
He's gonna be great.
I don't know how to be homeless. This affects me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You jackasses aren't happy with my decision. When you threw me up here to fail, you made me take the reins on this completely fucked castle after Dad died. So don't give me this shit, all right? You had this coming. Now you're both out. And if you stay in here, you're going to get executed. That's Amazon executes people. It's not legal in the States, but it's legal here. So they're going to execute anybody who takes a bathroom break while they're working or doesn't wrap with the right tape. It's going to get really crazy around here.
They execute people in the States. They just don't tell anyone about it. It's all over the dark web, which is what I call that thing in the corner of my bathroom that I'm afraid to go close to.
That's your iPad, Herbert. We bought that for you. So
Whatever it is, I'm not going close to it. We are too handsome to be homeless.
Look, lift yourself up by your bootstraps. I'm sure you'll be just fine. I have arranged as a parting gift for an old rickety sailing vessel equipped with a staff of 4, including a midwife, the one who replaced Sally after she was eaten by a kraken. I was supposed to live on it, live on the sailing vessel.
Rutherford, perhaps this is our opportunity. We take this sailing vessel, we go out and we conquer some lands, and we form our own empire, and have our own castle, and then we will be in charge. Just as we've always wanted.
At least when we start our own country, we can immediately wage war on this Amazon warehouse.
Congratulations, Rutherford. We've successfully captured and occupied an entire country. I hope you are all right with me retaining the title of king.
The thing is, Hayes, I'm fine with you being king. I'm going to go ahead and claim Prime Minister.
Prime Minister of Botswana.
Hey guys, I work for the Tourist Information Office for Botswana just down the road. I saw you guys in your rickety ship pull up. Need any local maps or restaurant guides or anything? Or are we good?
Oh, restaurant guide sounds delightful.
Oh, yeah. I think we should definitely get some food before we start conquering.
I've eaten nothing but dried saltfish for weeks.
Well, in my latest issue of Food and Wine, from which I am the editor, even though it's not something we talk about too often, I did publish a list of the top 10 Botswanese restaurants, so we could probably hit one of those. There's one that's 3 Michelin stars that I recommend.
Well, if we have the list from Food and Wine magazine, then we hardly need this tourist peasant, do we?
Hey guys, I'm just trying to do my job. Look, I don't care. Leave or take it.
Explode him with a cannonball!
This is, I have to say, I like what you've done at the place. You've executed 30 to 40% of our population, and that's a small concern for me, but everything else I think is running smoothly. We're getting packages out really quickly, and that's cool.
We just executed the 30 to 40% of the people who are least likely to purchase items from Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, that
It's
seems...
really driven up profits and market share. You ever notice that Kraken attacks are way down?
I guess so. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it that specifically, but we haven't been attacked by a Kraken for 2-3 months.
I blame climate change.
I was reading about that on the dark web. They said the temperature of the ocean is rising.
I think probably Krakens prefer cooler water, and now that the ocean temperature's higher, they just don't, either they're dead or they don't come around anymore.
But aren't you worried that might be indicative of a larger problem? Because without ocean life, life on land is doomed to extinction. I was reading that on the dark web too.
That seems like a big jump to make.
Well,
I mean, I'm just an uneducated seaman, but it seems to me that the land and the ocean are not super connected.
well, not in the way you think, but what do we eat for all of our meals? Think hard about it.
Dried saltfish.
Exactly. Where do dried saltfish live?
They come from a processing plant back in Portsmouth.
Right. And that processing plant uses what to fuel their processing?
Mostly just buttloads of coal.
Exactly. And where does coal come from?
It comes directly from the ocean.
That's right. It comes from the ocean. Coal is like an ocean fish that got really hard and washed up on the beach.
So if temperatures go up, that means coal supplies go down.
Exactly. We've got to fix climate change, even if it means we're going to be attacked and killed by krakens in order to save the planet.
What I assumed was a positive, since there weren't kraken attacks anymore, is actually a negative that will affect our entire way of life. We gotta get some ice cubes into the ocean, stat!
I can see why they got 2 Michelin stars. It's not 3, but it's definitely 2 if you taste this filet. So tender.
This is without a doubt the best fish sandwich I've ever had in my life.
I have just not had my eye on Botswanese cuisine, and I that's my fault.
See, that Food and Wine magazine subscription is really paying off for us.
It's a shame that the editor-in-chief was executed for war crimes.
What? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, actually, it happened here in Botswana. He apparently came here and tried to colonize, and they didn't like that much, so they gunned him all down. Yeah, him and all of his brother. There's a midwife. It was a very particular news article that covered all of this that I read.
It's weird they didn't mention it at all in Food and Wine magazine.
Yeah, apparently they're trying to cover it up because Food and Wine magazine just got purchased by Amazon. So
God damn it.
I know.
We have to cancel our subscription now.
Well, you think we can do without our Prime subscription?
Oh.
You want to wait longer than 2 days to get a new tape dispenser? I don't.
Oh, what do we do? I don't want to give up the Amazon subscription, but I also don't want to support an evil company. What am I supposed to do?
Let's try to purchase one thing a year that instead of purchasing from Amazon, we purchase from a local store. Let's go to the shopping mall here.
Oh, people are there.
Yeah, but I think they have Kohl's in Botswana now, and I've got some coupons.
Can't I just plant a tree or something? Or maybe like hire somebody on the internet to plant a tree for us?
Actually, you can purchase a tree to be planted through Amazon. Is that circular, or does that work? Does that get around the corporate ethics?
Close enough. I'm tired of thinking about this. Let's just
Okay.
and get back to our meal.
Great. I just planted 2 trees for us through Amazon Tree Plant.
Good. Conscience is now clear.
I can't believe they actually are allowed to serve narwhal here. Hey, are you enjoying the improv, Crixus?
I once invented an automatic sorting machine. It unfortunately sorted somebody's head from their body, and it had to be discontinued.
Right, but let's make a list of things that are safe to talk about and things that maybe we shouldn't. Your decapitation devices, let's leave those as a not talk about thing. Your flan recipe, good to go. Yeah?
She is only our half sister.
Yeah, but
Our mother exploded during childbirth.
are you accusing me of not remembering the plot points? Of course I know that mother exploded. Jesus Christ. I know she's a half-sister. But
As monarch of Botswana, I officially name him Sir Boxalot,
All right.
Duke of Ruffington.